What's your concern level for Alabama right now?
Mine's none, because Nick Saban's won 6 national titles, right? So his legacy is square. But
I'm not talking about legacy. I'm literally talking about 2023. Your concern level for the Alabama Crimson Tide for this season is what?
Are they seriously a top 10 team? And they looked terrible last week against USF, right? So I think that was the opportunity where Nick Saban and his new OC Tommy Rees gave Tyler Buchner and said, look, you followed Tommy Rees here for a reason. We're going to give you a shot. It didn't go great. It didn't go good. And now what I am really curious about and intrigued is his old assistant, Lane Kiffen, whose team has played well early. He put something out there. Lane Kiffen told his own, Ole Miss beat writers, hey, the defensive coordinator is not the defensive coordinator. The secondary coach is now calling the defense. And for Lane Kiffen to put that out there, to basically troll his old boss and create a big distraction for Nick Saban on game week, to the point where he knows Nick Saban's going to get asked about it. And in Lane Kiffen fashion, he did not only bring it up, he then started retweeting people talking about it on Twitter as if, hey, by the way, did you guys see what I said? And so Nick Saban gets asked about it. Nick Saban said, no, Kevin Steele is star defensive coordinator. By the way, it was after like one game of substance. It was the Texas game. And it wasn't just the defense that lost that game. The offense looked really bad too. So that, jousting between Lane Kiffen trolling his old boss. Now it's in Tuscaloosa. And, I can only imagine what was going through Nick Saban's head when somebody told him, hey, Lane said Kevin's not the defensive coordinator, that T-Rob's now running the defense.
You mean Nick's not on Reddit himself? He's not trolling the message boards pages?
No, I think he has better things to do with his time than to be on Twitter. But the fact that Lane said it, and also these staffs are really close. Nick Saban's old defense coordinator, Pete Golding, he is now the defense coordinator for Lane Kiffen at Ole Miss. There's a lot of connections between the staff. Yeah. Same agent. They're both represented by Jimmy Sexton. I'm sure there's a lot of gossip that gets back to Oxford, and I'm sure it gets back to Tuscaloosa. So that's the subplot in that game.
That's a good one. I like it.
But the fact that Lane retweets this stuff
means what? He thinks that Nick is
he wants to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I mean, it's game week.
Stirring it up.
Yeah, I just think he wants to be a pest.
Yeah.
And he wants to try to get under his skin and create distractions. Why else would you do that?
But what's a distraction for Nick? That Nick's going to answer a question that he's going to be pissed about answering? I mean,
agitation.
Yeah.
But do you think it filters down to the X's and O's and the kids and whatever?
No, I don't think it does. I think it's to annoy my old boss. I don't know how else.
What else?
Because if you have some kind of intel that you want to use,
are
you really going to broadcast it?
But they also have a quarterback thing going on in Alabama.
Yeah, sure.
They do, but Milroe, I mean, that's separate. This is like to pile on top of it.
Jeez. Wow. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.